TCG business related content online usually comes from the US. We always get the perception that there is a lot of available product, local big markets, everything is printed in the same language. But how does the situation look like in Europe? Is it the same? Is it different? Well, welcome to this channel. My name is Riccardo and I founded TCGQuartier around 2 months ago. Today we are going through what worked, what failed, my numbers until now, and hopefully from today on I will take you into this journey, improving this business step by step with full transparency. As I said, I'm based in Europe, more exactly in Germany, and I sell on car market and on eBay. I think there is a lack of content creation in this field from an European point of view, and that's why I decided to start with this project. I hope that my experience will help other people that are willing to build a business in TCG. And it's kind of funny how it started because in January 2026 I decided to sell everything that I had. I never was a big collector, but yeah, I had a binder full of illustrations that I enjoyed, and at a certain point I was like, come on, you need the money for something else. So I decided to sell everything, and I only kept two PSA 10 slabs. The first was the Van Gogh Pikachu, and the second was the Bubble Mew in German language. Both cards, I acquired them back in 2025, and I sent them myself to grading, and they got a 10. And these were the cards that I was like, okay, I want to keep them at all costs. And I started this TCG business almost from zero, almost because I had these two cards where, for example, the Pikachu didn't really serve at the beginning because I only sold it a couple of weeks ago, while the Bubble Mew was a big boost for a start, and literally 500 euro. So I started, I would say, with from the money from the Bubble Mew, which were around 750, and the 500 with a total of 1,250. I started acquiring collections of bulk mostly, and in April I had the opportunity of buying a big collection of illustration rares in German, English, Korean and Japanese, which gave me more variety of my portfolio. And I think this is really the starting point of my business. I would say that we directly jump into the numbers, into the tables. I have a file which will deliver the facts, and yeah. As you can see, there is a lot of numbers. I would say that we start with the total sales. There has been we are on the 17th, we have the 17th of July, of June, sorry, and I had until now almost 9,000 in sales. This is also because I sold the Pikachu. The Pikachu itself was 2,500. But I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna count it because at the end it was an investment, and we have I was expecting to have a lot of international sales, but this is actually a lot. This is almost the half. I have here a little table that shows the share between Germany and the rest of European Union, which is 64% of 46% of the share. It's a huge amount actually for being in this business from 2 months. I had expenses of 5,272. These expenses cover everything, from the legal side, from the business side, from the material purchases, the product that I have in the inventory and that I sold. and we got a net of 3,663. I shipped 262 orders. That's I was counting with 100 orders per month, which is more or less, yeah, we are right. Even though I realized that in the last weeks, in the last month, there has been less sales. I guess it's the summer. We can see here the sales. March, it was really at the start, but it's exponential. That we can say that it's exponential until here. Here was the highest point of May, where I sold the Pikachu. Going back to June, where we are right now at 1,300. That's a lot less, even though it's still 2 weeks until the end of June. We're gonna do a monthly budget. I'm planning to do a monthly budget video where we see what has been in June, what has been the expenses, the sales, what were the products that we bought, and exactly the orders shipped by month. We can see them here in this table. Of course, March, it was only a few days at the end of March, so we had only 14 orders shipped. It instantly increased a lot in April, where I had more or less an inventory of 2,500 cards, I would say. But I was selling the most of the month only through Card Market, not through eBay. I started and I opened then an eBay shop at the end of April. But yeah, as I said, the sales are decreasing. We can also see, for example, here there is the option of putting a trend line based on the sales. We can see that I'm pretty sure that if I did this video at the end of March, the trend line was much steeper. It was much higher. But we can see that the trend is going still up, because it's going still up, but yeah, not as steep as we will desire. We got here also a average sale amount of by month. That's nothing important actually to see today. This is very important actually. In my planning, it will be very important to have half of liquidity ready to be spent for products or whatever expenses. You never know what expenses are behind the door. And this is actually this is a low value. This is a low value, but that's because I started in the last weeks importing from Japan PS8 and slabs, which were a fair investment. It was around 1,500, including the import taxes and the custom duties. And yeah, in Germany we have the Kleinunternehmerregelung. This is a legislation where up to 25 euro sales in a year you don't pay any VAT. So everything that I sell is tax-free. Tax-free, except the fees of eBay and Card Market. eBay is around 13% of the value of the pricing, while on Card Market it's 5%, which is much lower, and that's also something that I prefer selling on Card Market. I usually offer the cards on both platforms. Talking about the Japanese slabs, I'm trying to shift to eBay for the pricey cards. So I'm planning to establish a shop around Japanese slabs high value cards on eBay because they have more visibility. eBay is a huge platform. It's insane the numbers that eBay does. We could also go through in a future video. Car market on the other side have a lot of customers that are searching exactly for that. You can sell very easily playable cards, bulk cards. My threshold is at 50 cents, so I sell a lot of bulk cards that you can find for 2, 3, 4, 5 cents for 50 cents, and that's because I offer a big amount of playable cards, which was actually something that failed because I decided to acquire a lot of playable bulk that created 10 different playable decks. I started right after the rotation change, so in after April. This didn't go how I really wanted, because nobody acquired the deck. I decided to list them in a single way. So they are all on car market and hopefully they're going away, but it's always important to have a portfolio full of variety. Bulk cards that are playable, bulk cards that represent a Pokemon that it's important, Pikachu, the evolutions, the Zoroark, Lugia, the legendary Pokemon. It's always good to have them. My goal of 2026 is to have a ROI of 15%. We are almost there. The progress is at 90-70%. We only have €86 remaining. But as I said, it's not fake, but kinda, because of the Pikachu, of course. The Pikachu, I didn't have an expense for that because it was in 2025, and I cannot let the expense of €300 count for the business. So we have 2,300 because we have to detract the eBay fees. Totally clean. It counts in the net, but it shouldn't actually count. So yeah, I have this as goal, but we are saying that the current ROI is at 69%. That's too much. That's not feasible in this field. I always count with an ROI after taxes, after fees of 15%. This is what I'm searching for. And as I said, I would like to have at the end of the year about 1,000 orders shipped. First of all, because on car market, when you get the 1,000 orders, you have access to pre-orders, so you can offer product before it actually releases. And on eBay, it's always nice to have a profile where you have a lot of orders. I think it's feasible. I don't really know about the summer. I read that summertime is always a little bit chaotic. You don't sell that much, and that's also why I was thinking that the job and import process right now maybe is not the wisest thing to do, but I did it. I also already sold 3 slabs, and one of them was the most expensive one, so I also received a little bit of money back into my wallet. As we can see here again, I have an inventory of 2,600, excludes the Japanese labs, which are around 3,000 euro. I always try to find also cards that I will send to grade. This is a potential income of a high percentage. If you buy a card for 50, 200, 500, it can go 2 times the value, 3 times the value, 5 times the value. It's an opportunity for scaling well. And I have right now 2,300 value of cards. What does it mean? I have cards that which row value is 230, and in this case I bought the full set of First Partner, which came out recently. I have it all. I bought it for 230, and I hope that that it will get a full 10. I didn't send to PSA because of the long times. It's too long. So I decided to send them to CGC for the first time. I know it doesn't have the market of PSA, but I wanted to try. And since I live in Germany, it's direct shipping to I think they have their location in Munich. It costed 20 euro per cards, something like that. And yes, I'm gonna of course keep you updated at the end of June for the monthly recap. And I'm going back to big. Here we are again, guys, in big. I really hope that I was clear enough. I'm also sure that I need to do better planning for the next videos, but it's my first video ever, and I hope you enjoyed it enough to follow my channel and to hit the like button, also in order to let me understand if you enjoyed this in general. For every feedback that you got, every comment that you would like to let, feel free to do that. I'm always happy to read the future messages of, I hope, a lot of you. And see you guys in the next video.